When it comes to taste of food and drinks, sourness is so important. In fact, it's actually one of the 5 basic tastes. Those are sour, salty, sweet, bitter, and umami. But what actually is sourness? From a scientific standpoint, we often use the terms acidic and pH when describing sour substances. pH is a scale going from 0 to 14. Most substances have a pH between these two numbers. Now, we're going to specifically focus on acidity here. Any substance that has a pH below 7 is considered acidic. And the more acidic a substance is, the lower its pH. But what actually is pH? pH is measuring the concentration of hydrogen ions in a liquid or in a solution. Let's break that down a little bit more. Hydrogen ions are hydrogen atoms with a positive charge. We can actually see evidence of these ions, these charged particles, by seeing that lemon juice conducts electricity. It's also the reason behind why the super popular science experiment, making a lemon battery, works. So if we were to look at any acidic substance on a particulate level, like we were to zoom into the particles that make up that substance, we would see hydrogen ions. And the more hydrogen ions we see, the more acidic that substance is and the lower its pH. So if we were to take lemon juice, for example, we'd see a high concentration of hydrogen ions because it's really acidic. Whereas if we were to take something that's a little less acidic, like apple juice or orange juice, we would see hydrogen ions, but we wouldn't see as many. Keep in mind, hydrogen ions are not the only particle in these liquids. There are also lots of other particles like water. We should also note that in this video, we're limiting the conversation to acids and acidic substances, not neutral or basic substances, which would have a pH of 7 or above. These involve hydroxide ions, which do interact with hydrogen ions, but we're not going to focus on that today. Now, when it comes to taste and sourness, we have to think about how these acids and how these hydrogen ions are interacting with us and our body, and specifically our taste buds. On our tongues, we have taste buds. We have a ton of taste buds. There are about 10,000 taste buds on the average human tongue, and each taste bud is made of about 50 to 150 cells. So when we eat or drink something, those things are made up of particles, and those particles interact with the cells on our taste buds, and each one will act differently. So specifically, when we think about acids that are made of hydrogen ions interact with the cells on our taste buds and essentially send signals to our brain that we register as sourness. Now, sometimes we can have something that's actually quite acidic, but we don't pick it up as necessarily sour. Examples of this include honey, which has a pH of around 4, and most flavored drinks like fruit juices, sodas, sports drinks, and energy drinks. The reason we don't necessarily pick it up as sour is because there's another taste going on, which is sugar or sweetness. And that essentially is balancing out the acidity, so we don't pick up the sourness in the same way that we do with something like lemon juice. In addition to taste, acids have other functions in our foods. One of those is that they can prevent foods from spoiling. We see this particularly in fermented foods like yogurt or kimchi. These foods are naturally acidic due to fermenting microbes that produce acidic molecules that make the food have a low pH, making it hard for other microbes to live in there that might cause spoilage. Additionally, acids react with baking soda to produce bubbles, which causes baked goods to rise and be fluffy. Thanks for watching this episode of Bite Scized. We hope you learned something new. There's still plenty to explore, so drop any questions or curiosities in the comments below. And be sure to like and subscribe for more videos.